nasty. And Manewolf was pretty nasty too. Let's see if they're going to button check. I don't think so. Not going straight on to it on Battlefield.
All right, so these characters are going to be living a good amount of time, both projectile-oriented. Both kind of struggle to kill, but Link much less so.
Yeah, Link is a rage monster, if anything. And Villager does tend, again, to struggle to kill, so definitely be a component of the matchup that we're going to be seeing fairly often here. I can only imagine that we're going to be seeing, obviously, fairly slow-paced match. Villager trying to keep Link out for the most part. Obviously, Link's CQC is a little bit better in taking away Villager's Nair, but in terms of sheer frame data, Villager does obviously have the edge.
It's also worth noting that as far as the sparse villagers here in New York, Stocktaker is a lot more favorable to using Axe as opposed to any of the other more interesting tools in Villager. He'll, of course, space with his Fairs and Bear as well. He'll know how to narrate situations. But when that tree is planted, it's chopping time.
That's something that he does have to be aware of that we just saw right there, was that Villager Dare is a phenomenal move and often incredibly difficult to challenge. But one of the few moves that actually does out-prioritize and then hit straight through it is that Link up air, which lingers for long periods of times, and we're seeing Manewolf utilize it to catch the landings of Stocktaker once he dares.
All right, one chop on the tree from the right. Could be useful if this attraction keeps to the right-hand side of the stage. But the short hop axe is not going to be connecting for Stocktaker, leaves him dangerous.
Little glide toss right there for Manewolf in the falling fair. And with all that rage on top of him, he is going to be able to take that stock at a nice 110%. He just
almost gets
right by that.
No, yeah, if you tether quickly to the ledge, you don't have to worry about the wonders. Okay, keep giving him the triples. I love it.
That's another fair right there from Stocktaker, sending Manewolf all over the stage. Oh, and he dropped the bomb, the RNG! The RNG, unfortunate for Manewolf.
Them's the breaks, but looking back on these final stocks, not a lot of percentage cooked up onto stock too, so this is very much in Manewolf's favor. Coming down
right there.
I've seen my man get now two turnips that aren't threes. 1-2 and 1-1.
Right, obviously the RNG is in Villager's favor there, being 40-30-30.
In favor of three.
Three.
Always looking like it's mad loaded with Stocktaker.
Right, he definitely does not hesitate to click the dare almost ever. It is honestly a tool that I've noticed he uses an incredible amount when coming towards the floor. We're going to have to see if Manewolf is going to be able to just, you know, space around it with the up smash and the up air that Link has. Phenomenal anti-airs.
All right, we've seen that Stock went and pocketed the Gale Boomerang, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to use it. Game one's going to be going to Manewolf.
And despite, like, you know, the weight of Villager being fairly heavy, even on a stage like Battlefield, Link's up smash and the rage that he compounds it with makes it very easy for him to kill, regardless of the stage. And honestly, what I was expecting to be, you know, a fairly distanced game from one another, it ended up being, honestly, a lot more close quarters, which I think is why, a lot of the time, just the sheer disjoint of Link helped him out in the end.
I can see us running things back or going to Town and City. Fairly opposite from Battlefield in that these characters should be dying a little bit quicker. I feel like that might be able to help Stock because he had a lot of difficulty with being able to end off Manewolf's Stock.
And that obviously compounded with the fact that this stage does turn to FD for about half of it. Obviously going to help Stocktaker out, keep his spacing game a little bit more in his favor. While Link obviously a zoning counter as well, Villager obviously has the tools to Link a little bit better than he does to her.
At least here in Game 2, Stocktaker looking a lot more aggressive with the amount of damage he's able to put on. But Manewolf coming with the YOLO up smash, trying to bring things back.
I mean, it does get quite a bit of percent, but right now we're seeing the Bear and fair spacing mix up with the Nair to come in as he's expecting, you know, that fair, so he does a short up air dodge. But the lingering properties of Nair definitely help out Villager to catch it.
There we go. Starting to use the pot as a projectile from the dash attack. Very interesting. However, Manewolf coming in with the recovery mix-up of his own, using the bomb, pop him up super high. Gets himself back in the stage, but Nair's right into an up tilt, and Stock is going to take the first step.
Right, that is quite the incredible anti-air for Villager. Actually, the hitbox is quite deceptive with how big it is. There's quite a bit above the stick, so...
Tree planted, and Manewolf knowing to be a little bit patient. Kind of difficult to approach in on a Villager well defended by his trade. Getting anti-aired by the tree.
That's
too.
23%. That's a whole lot of damage you don't want to be taking. Another 11% right on top of that. Does the tree stale?
Tree? No.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
It's technically a projectile.
Right. Oh, and that there may be the... Oh, no. Link actually has a very big magnet. He's going to be able to get back right there. But the edge guarding, relentless by Stocktaker.
That final slash hero spin managing to protect Manewolf from eating a bowling ball. But having almost been lapped up in percentages by Stocktaker at this point. Game 2 really taking a heavy hand into Stocktaker's favor.
And one thing that Stocktaker's taking full advantage of is the fact that Link doesn't get his jump back at all. Even if he didn't use it when using the up B, he immediately burns it after the fact. So, oh, that's going to be it. Yeah. But oh yeah, he's been taking advantage at the edge of the stage and edge guarding Manewolf to such effectiveness. In that game, number 2 definitely showed exactly the adaptation that he needed to, you know, maybe overcome the mental lapse that he had game number 1.
So, game 3, I'm thinking the Final Destination pick. Typically speaking, with projectile-oriented characters, like, you want FD, but things are taking a bit of an oddball turn. Where do you think game 3's taking us?
I want to say a stage like Battlefield or even Smashville, I guess, just because, you know, gives Manewolf a little bit more time to, you know, sit back, say, okay, let me pull a bomb, relax, beta pocket maybe, and then try to punish, or just force him to, you know, stay in shield when I do throw bombs. And I think, you know, the extra space as well as the platform is going to give him that time to do so. However, it is important to keep in mind this stage isn't all that different in terms of blast zones, at least off the side, Town and City, and off the top wall being a little bit higher. We saw a lot of those stocks coming from the ups and downs, the anti-airs. So we're going to see, I think, that would be the reasoning as to why Manewolf would have picked this stage.
I feel this is a rather unfortunate pick, though, because while Link does have excellent tools for being able to control the base platform and often contest the moving platform, I feel like Villager has better tools in general for doing that, where Link has to commit to having to use his hook shot or utilizing Gale Boomerang. Like, Villager just needs to fair and bear a lot.
He might be dead. No, yeah, he's without a jump. The bomb not going to be enough. Wow.
Right before the bomb's timer is coming up, it's just too late.
All right, and now it's just overall oppression by Stocktaker at the moment, really not letting Manewolf move. And now we're seeing that good early frame data come in from Stocktaker. Those jabs and the nairs going to help him out quite a bit.
Manewolf not out of it yet, though. He's getting pressured by Stock, but still not thing that Link can't come back from. As you mentioned earlier in the set, Link definitely an excellent user of Rage. So if Manewolf can end off this stock and just hold it back, we could see the reverse situation.
Ooh, and dash attack is one of those moves that does abuse the Rage very well. Right there, not going to be quite enough to do it, but 1 or 2 more of those, and that'll be it. However, not even going to need it. S-Smash, another one of those Rage monster moves, going to help out Stocktaker and finish off that game. Number 2-3. And move us on further into the bracket.